Hello. I just wanted to share with you a tip that I've learned previously last night. This has come to my attention. I have multiple videos planned that are very interesting, but this is honestly the most like urgent I want to share with you right now. My mum came to me. This has happened. This has been going on for a couple of days. So my mum has been getting nightmares, essentially nightmares. She's been waking up with a bitter type of feeling in her throat, and yeah, a son hearing that is just not good. Yeah, if you know. So what I did was offer my best type of advice, and before I mentioned what my advice was, it's very rare that your mum would mothers that would come to you and ask you for advice. It's very rare that they do that. And so when you do it, when they do that, is what I'm trying to say is make sure to help them out the best you can. The reason why they do that, or at least for me, at least why my mom did that, is she has previous history that I've proved to her that I can help with problems like these, like specific problems that I think self-improvement have helped me like express, and so she trusts me from past experiences, and so she's come to me again. Anyways, this has been happening for a couple of days now, but this time, especially in the evening, she was adamant on getting my opinions on it, on maybe what I could do to help. And so what I taught her was the mental imagery. No. What I did first was actually a sort of breaking down of beliefs, because oftentimes you can find that someone, when they're stuck on something, they're just on this like one-dimensional thing. They don't really break down the problem. They don't really ask more questions, and then why is that question a thing? Why is that question a thing? Why is that a question a thing? And go down the list. So that's what I did with her, right? And I found out that actually she has this, I don't know where this belief formed, but she has this deep-rooted belief that she may have done something wrong, and maybe something out of her control, some spirit is like affecting her because she's done something wrong. And so I offered her two things in that scenario. I offered her one, a tip, which I'll share with you later on, very quickly after this 2-minute explanation. The second thing, which I'll share with you now, is actually just like being a therapist in sort of way, but like a very good one. Do you get what I mean? I told her, I reset her beliefs. I like put new beliefs into her head to make her like more susceptible to opinions and make her more comfortable. So what I did was, what type of God would see a hardworking mother? This is what I said to her, right? What type of God would see a hardworking mother providing for a child? Even though she has done nothing wrong, she knows it. She can't even think about what she's done wrong. Bro, what type of God is that? I told her at that point, that is not a God. That is a demon. And of course, this in English, it sounds a bit off, but in Chinese, it sounds a lot more fluent. It sounds a lot more making sense. It sounds a lot more spiritual. I said that we went to church last Sunday, and I truly don't think Jesus would let you suffer like this, even though you're not fully committed to Christianity. And I dragged her to Christianity, by the way. Even though you're not fully committed, I don't think Jesus would want to see a hardworking mother providing for her child to suffer like this. And so putting her through all of these like therapy type of things really, really helped her. And then I finished it off with this last tip that I think, coupled with everything else I mentioned before, really, really helped her. This last tip was the mental rewiring of your brain simply by forcefully implanting words in your brain. If you're if you're a Hamza fan, then you know that reference. But what I told her to do was initially like say, I'm gonna have good dreams, I'm gonna have the good dreams, I'm gonna have good dreams. But that is only a symptom of the big picture of problems. Her main problem, from what I've figured out, is she has a belief that she's done something wrong. I think that's her main problem. And then the bitter throat in the morning and the bad nightmares is a symptom of that. And so what I told her to do is just forcefully implant these words in your brain of, I'm protected, I am loved, God blesses me. And something that really helped to add to this as well is when we went to church on Sunday, the sanctus part of Sunday Mass at church, the choir, oh my God, bro, I cannot fathom how beautiful they sang. It was like Jesus came back alive type of scenario, right? That's how good it was. And the church that we went to is extremely like well built, every minute detail, and it's like a very big church as well with high ceilings, and it's something out of a Dark Souls game, if you know what that is. But at the front there is a stone sculpture of Jesus himself, and during the amazing singing, I think they burn frankincense, if I'm not mistaken. They burn this incense basically, and that just like had a massive fog over Jesus. And so that provided a magical experience. And legit, my mom started like truly praying from that point. Like, it was so fucking majestic. And so I just like kept on reminding her of that point, of how beautiful the church was, and how God has recently blessed my life a lot, because I've been working very hard, and that I'll be praying for her. And so she went to sleep with I think she still had the forcefully implant words of, I will have a good dream, so she didn't really like expand out that picture. I think, oh yeah, I should have mentioned this at the start. She said that she was afraid to go to sleep, go to her bed to go to sleep, because of those nightmares. She didn't want to fall asleep. And when you think about it that way, when you hear that as a son, an only son, with a hardworking mother, single parent, that breaks your heart. And so I hope this teaches you a valuable lesson of how good self-improvement can be. Self-improvement isn't just a self. It can help families as well. Especially with nowadays self-improvement, with like the learning of, I guess, learning how to teach and influence. This is something you naturally inhabit by watching people like Hamza. Hamza has a nature of influence and teaching, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you inherit that through watching multiple of his videos. And so I believe that go on self-improvement, bro, if you're not on it already, because your family needs it. And your family needs someone to retire them and fund their retirement. In a bit, bro.